Hello and welcome to the Blackout Podcast, where I get to talk to amazing people who do amazing things. And today I'm so lucky, super happy to have my friend, artist, graphic designer, Nahom Assefa. Thanks for coming to the podcast today.
Thank you so much. I'm glad to be here.
Dude, I saw your work, I think it was on LinkedIn, and then I went to Instagram and I just went this rabbit hole, and your work is crazy. So let's just jump to the beginning. How did you get into designing and art?
Oof. From the very beginning.
Yeah. We're going to the origin story of Nahom Assefa.
So I've been like in love with art since I was a kid, like way younger. And I was pretty much inspired by my brother doing some stuff. Like I got inspired and I was like, yeah, I love this so much. So I just kept on doodling, doing my own characters. Because when I was a kid, I also had a small comic as well, like a whole comic series with my friends. But later on, I just kept on.
Wait, did you say you made the comic or?
Yeah, just a whole story.
Oh, holy shit, okay.
Yeah, and then I just kept on drawing figures, went to a few summer art classes, but mostly I was self-taught. So just over the years when I was learning these arts, I just felt more and more in love, seeing how it could have so much potential to express what I feel inside, and in general, just make something appear out of nowhere.
Right.
You know?
That is, see, you know what? Like, I make films, but really all I do is just put amazing people like behind the camera and they make me look good. But I think people that make music and people that paint or, draw, God damn, like you imagine this thing and you just bring it out. I'm so envious of that. But let's talk about the comic, man. I know, like, how much of the comic can you recall?
It's been years, to be honest. Yeah. But like, it's basically an action figure. It's like there are these four brothers where, no, it was brothers. It just changed over the times, but they just flew. It's called jet flyers, but they just flew, fought enemies and stuff.
That is freaking cool. So, did you make any other comics after that one, or?
I wouldn't say comics, but I tried to write a book. I was working on a book actually, for a year since last year, and I wouldn't say it's a comic, but like pretty much I had the vivid ideas in my head.
What about the book can you share, if anything?
Oh, damn, okay. Wow, okay, so it's about a diaspora. Like he's from a Tuareg, like it's nomadic people in Mali. It's not even from my country. I got inspired from them from music. So it's a whole other rabbit hole. But I got inspired and I wanted to write a story, like something that's kind of related to mythological, but contemporary. And while trying to do that, I went into other deeper rabbit holes, reading, and then I also tried to do concept arts on that, but I couldn't get the idea. It was hard, but it's a story on progress, though. I couldn't say much about it.
That's why I say if you can share anything. But do you have like a goal in mind? Do you have an idea where it's gonna end or when you'll finish the book?
I mean, I kind of put it to stop because the book is mostly centered in a culture, like a country in Mali.
Oh.
And I have no relation, so this whole time while I tried to research about it, I was just using free resources or online researches.
Okay.
And I got to a point where I can't continue unless I actually meet the people from there and interact with the culture.
We should talk, because I think there might be something to do there. I'm always... You know what I do? I always look for really creative people and I just be like, hey, be my friend. Okay, so, you did all these summer classes, but when did you think, okay, hey, I could actually do this thing or make something out of it?
Oh, pretty much when I started arts, because I knew I could do something. I wouldn't say it's a want. Like, the way I function, I could say, it's like out of desperation. It's like I have to do this. Like I have to,
Oh.
like, in a way you can see it's like I'm trying to prove myself, but I like it. It's like a good desperation to feel me to make something meaningful. And art, I felt like it was the right type of desperation to like make something happen.
Right. You know, there are themes that come through some of your work, and like, you know how art means one thing to one person and something to another person. So I might understand it differently, but I'm curious, when you are creating your work, especially the graphics that's on your Instagram, like, what are some of the themes that come true for you or that you're thinking of when you're making them?
I would say definitely love.
That, you know what? That was. I want to like, because like there's so much, you know. Especially there's these black figures that you make. You know, it's like, man, it's love. Okay, so I
Yeah.
was right. Okay, so love. Yeah. Why is love important for you to put in your work?
In love, I guess it requires to love something that's your opposite and the same. Like it's a very contradictory thing. Like you have to love something that's opposite to you, something outside of you, because the love you have for your family is like, you know, you grow up with them. There's some kind of fondness and familiarity, but when you see someone else and they're not related, you've never seen them before, or you've got to meet them in like a few days, weeks, or like when you feel that, it's like I don't even know them, but why am I feeling this? And to make it, I guess, more profound for me is like when I see someone, I see like, the best version of themselves,
Oh my God, yeah.
and seeing that best, usually they don't see it in themselves,
You know what? Yeah.
and they don't see that for themselves. So it's like a mirror. I'll be like, if they don't see this best version, it's like I have that best version, so someone could see it in me, and why can't I see it?
I see what you mean. So basically, you're seeing something that's amazing about them they don't see. So kind of you can infer that there might be something amazing in you that you're not seeing that someone else is seeing. That is
Yeah.
beautiful, actually.
And if that keeps on bouncing, it means you have to constantly grow. You have to constantly improve. It's like, am I doing the best I could in this circumstance? Because if you just live by yourself and if you're not exposed to love, you'd be like a couch potato.
Wow.
You wouldn't grow. You'd just be like, you'll be in self-pity. And when there's a spotlight on you, and when you feel self-conscious about it, damn, okay, I should improve. I should be better. I could be better. I could be. I could be. I have the potential to be better.
Wow.
And that just bounces. And if it's two-way, I mean, that's something divine, I guess.
Dude,
Yeah.
you know, it's like I don't know. Sometimes when I listen to a song, all I can see is a music video in my head, and there's this song I'm listening to a lot of. It's called Wild Love, and every time I see it, it's like these two mutants that they don't know they are mutants, right?
Okay, yeah.
But they kind of meet in this school for like special kids, but they don't know they are mutants and stuff. And the whole thing is their power kind of activates when they come together. So it's like, you know, it's crazy. Anyway,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm like, maybe that's something I'll do in the future. But let's talk about the process, man. So you have all these amazing ideas. How do you actually put it on your iPad or however you work?
I would say it's not romantic. It's very chaotic. It's so chaotic. It's not like the whole thought. Like it's so annoying. It's like, oh, you're an artist. It's like, sure, but like I go crazy. There's always a certain type of desperation. I go crazy trying to make that happen because you see the vision, you try to do it, you fail at it, and then you question, am I even good at doing this?
Oh.
And then you have to go deeper. You have to like just punch it until something good comes out of it. And even when something good comes out of it, you'd be satisfied, but like, oh, okay, what's next?
Right.
So I can't say there's a really a process. Maybe if we could go down to the fundamentals of design, color theory, form, like those stuff, sure. But like I wouldn't say it captures the spiritual aspect of love. I mean, my bad. Arts.
Love is your art.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
okay. Okay. So did you like? I know you mentioned summer classes, but did you study design at all, or?
I guess I usually do most of the stuff like on my. Try to learn everything on my own. If it's online resources, courses, I don't usually tend to buy courses. I guess like not yet. At least now I'm at the point where I have to actually get into it professionally. But I'm self-taught, and
Which makes me even more envious. Like, oh, fuck. You know what? So there's this like paint and sip things people do. Every time I go, I have the worst paintings in those things. Like, I try to follow.
Nah.
Yeah, I just think there are people that can do it and people that can't. And I'm in the second lane. So I have to respect myself and give it up to people like you that create. Talking of creating, you have your iPad here. Do you want to show a couple of things you made?
Yeah, sure. So,
Yeah.
okay, so where do we start? Actually, you choose.
Okay, let me
You
pick one. Like I say, love is okay. So this is this one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So this is part of a series of paintings I made on these two characters. I mean, it would make sense if I explain like the whole situation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go through the series then.
Yeah. So this is the meet cutes and how these they meet in their like far cousins or distance, like a marriage, and then it's like it's the first.
Yeah.
What
The
is it
meet
called?
cute.
Yeah, the meet cute. Yeah, and then it progresses like he acts her out, and they're trying to be like proud. Like they're not so uninterested, like, so they're kind of covering their hearts. Like,
I'm keeping it by the side. Yeah.
While other people are just doing their own thing, hitting on her, like jealous people, whatever.
Yeah.
Then this is like where they explore each other, they get to know each other in private, because this was like a whole.
Yeah.
you know,
Everybody's there. Let's
Yeah.
go and find a space
Yeah.
and do our thing now.
So like this is like the first phase of intimacy where they got to talk to each other. So this is where the emotional part like it's building up. And as you can see, I think if you've noticed, they're in the mountains and they're like wearing traditional clothes. It's like everything is inspired from my home country,
Which is?
Ethiopia.
Yeah.
And it's this is where my grandmother, great grandmother, they've been living in this place. It's called Gurjam, like next to the Nile River, like on the top of the Nile. It's a beautiful, beautiful and romantic place. So
Wow.
so it continues and they dance, and like,
In the moonlight.
yeah, with the fire, and then
Yeah.
like the heart. They've been separated the whole time, but now like since
It comes together.
it comes together, yeah.
So basically, they've kind of been half. Now they're together. It's like, fuck. Okay.
Yeah. So now the real trouble begins, because there's something, a lesson I learned is like when you're marrying someone, you're not just marrying someone.
You're marrying
the
everybody.
family. You're marrying the whole family, both the good ones, the snakes, everyone.
Yeah.
And this is where it goes. Like the snakes get to them.
Yeah.
So the snakes get to them. The heart was whole. Now it's kind of distress.
Fuck.
Then they have an argument, distress.
Yeah, based on what people, fucking people, man.
And like usually arguments and anger comes out of fear, and people don't want to admit it, I guess, but there's a fear. Like,
You know that is true. I read something that when someone is mad, you should ask them, "What are you afraid of?"
oh yeah, definitely, definitely. So this is at the peak of the anger and the sad, yeah. And this is like the
Fuck, your heart is ripped.
Yeah, they're just hell no. This is keep my heart there.
Yeah, and the fucking cloud is covering the moonlight, and the fire is down. Oh
yeah.
my god, Jesus. Okay.
But then the important part is the self introspection. Like they get to understand what they're being afraid of, and their heart is already broken. It can never be the same.
Fuck.
but they have the option to either trust and like, you know, despite the pain, love more, or just, you know,
Take it and put it back in the pocket.
yeah. And it's like, it's not Ethiopian culture, but like I love the Japanese culture where broken vases, they stick with
they
gold.
put gold, yeah.
Yes.
I can't remember what it's called, but
I forgot it.
Yeah.
I'm bad at names. I just like love the concept and put
Same here. It's
So-
a beautiful thing, yeah.
Yeah. So this is a moment where they're either gonna like put it back together and forgive, or you know, so they choose to go back.
Together.
And oh yeah, you're just wondering why there's so many goddamn flowers here, right?
Yeah.
It's like in Ethiopia when the New Year is on September, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah, and around that, these wildflowers come out after the rainy season.
Oh my god.
They're called Adayababa, and it's like they symbolize new hope, new stuff. Like
That's beautiful, man.
yeah. So he gives her the flower when she could have picked any other flower. You know, there's too many flowers here, but gonna give her, and she's gonna accept it. Which it's not just really logical. Like love in itself, it's not logical. He could.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, but there's something behind it. There's
It's
something
like it's
meaningful.
pulling you, right?
Yes, exactly. And the final part is they forgive. They're gonna trust them for their imperfections, for their mistakes. They know what they're getting into now. So it's not just innocent love or connecting. Like they think they're all the best. They're gonna expect the worst. So with that expectation, as a marriage, they should aim high, and they're gonna make their heart's gonna fly away anyway. Yeah.
So, are you gonna animate this, man? You totally made. This is a movie, man. The Lovers, or I don't. This is beautiful. So, I gotta ask: Are you in a relationship now, or what?
It's complicated, but
Oh my god!
but let's just say yes.
Oh, I'm fine.
Yes. Yes.
You're in trouble because you should have just said yes right away.
No. I mean, she understands. It's
Right.
okay.
Oh man, Nahom, it's always great to talk to you, and your work is so beautiful. Something you actually mentioned also was that you made something for the Halifax Public Libraries. You
Yeah,
want to talk
yeah.
a bit about it for African Heritage Month?
Yeah. So I submitted a design for them. Like, there's a competition, a call out for a competition. They were looking for a design this month, and it has to be a theme where you have to use the green, yellow, red, and black and white, and something to represent both Halifax and Nova Scotia. And I used the previous designs, like got inspiration. I made a T-shirt design that it's gonna be used for the African Heritage Month.
You blow my mind with your work, and you make it like, obviously it's a lot of work. I'm looking at this, and I'm sharing this with the audience. Like, walk me through how you make this. Like, how did the idea come about? How did you make this stuff?
So the thing you have to understand about making art is, or anything, nothing is truly original. You mix ideas, and you just mix and mash and make them something new. And I used the designs previous to the one they use in the Halifax libraries and made this up. So the patterns, I made them to just repeat. They start from simple, and I mean, yeah, that's about it, to be honest.
Wait, is that so? There's the African thing. What is the red?
The red is Nova Scotia.
Okay, I wanted to be sure that is it. I didn't want to. So, but like when the red, why? So you had to use red, yellow, green, and it's that. Okay, so when the red and wow. So, and then this is gonna be used on the T-shirt for African Month. That is amazing, man. The work you do is crazy, and fuck. Thanks for making this. This is cool. I can't wait to see it once they have it out.
I can't wait to.
But someone asked me this question, it made me think, and I'm like, What's something that happened before you were 17 that you think plays a huge role in who you are today, the things you love, the things you're doing?
I wouldn't say it's a specific moment, or I could say it's a couple of months combined. It's and I think it's not just me; it's everyone's. The time in COVID times,
Oh, wow.
and it's exactly at the mark though, like the 17, 16 mark. But when everything else shut down, we were stuck at home, and we had a choice there to either scroll through Netflix or watch movies, or like all the stuff all day, or use that free time to do something. And I chose to do something, but that's not because it's some kind of a noble reason. It's like I didn't like myself back then. I felt I was too dumb, and I didn't understand how the world worked. And I couldn't, like, I was a kid. You wouldn't expect much, but really, I just felt way behind. And I wanted to figure out how I could get myself together. Because when I look at my old pictures, I just really realized I was actually, like, not all right. I never smiled in pictures, which is so weird. I was a kid. I was supposed to smile. And yeah, there was something wrong at that time. I just didn't like myself, and I didn't have enough power in myself to control my life. And when I chose to do something about it, I just completely stopped talking to people, because I didn't have to meet them at that time. It's quarantine. So I just completely shut myself away, and I just read books, practiced my arts, did sketches, and get to know the world better. And I just realized at that moment that there's so much in this world there's so much we could do. There's so much to explore, so much people to meet. And it's not like the world's not gonna end really, or people are not just fated to do. We have the potential to do crazy stuff, because we've had people in the past do crazy stuff, proving themselves wrong or proving themselves right. And I just, at that moment, I was like, okay, I'm doing that. I'm gonna stick with that. I'm not gonna be the Nahom that was before. There's no stop. You'll never stop learning as well. Maybe you might finish college, school, but that doesn't mean you stop learning, and you keep on learning. And like your lifelong, as long as you live, you learn. And that alone really like sparked life in me. And ever since, I've been open to everything, experiences, stuff I don't feel comfortable with. I still don't feel, but I still try to keep an open mind
It's
to
a
it.
work in progress, right?
Yeah.
Right. But are you smiling in pictures now?
Yes. I was smiling in pictures now.
Okay. Thanks for sharing that. I really appreciate it. But one more thing I'm doing in the new year is that a friend of mine and a guest of the show taught me this magic.
Okay.
And I'm like, you shared so much of yourself, so I'm gonna blow your freaking mind right now.
Oh God. Okay.
Get ready for this.
Okay.
So there are numbers here. It's between 1 and 60. Pick any number, write it here. Don't show me, but show the camera.
60.
Yeah, between 1 and 60.
Okay.
Show the camera, and once you're ready, there might be in some of these cards, but not in all of them. And then we'll go through that.
Okay.
Do we see it? All right. Okay. So is your number in here, in this card?
Nope.
Oh God, he's never in the first card. What the fuck? Okay. Is it in this one?
Yeah.
Okay, it's in this one. Is it in this one?
Yep.
Oh boy. Okay. Okay. Is it in this one?
No, not there.
Okay. Is it in this one?
Nope.
Okay. Is it in this one?
Nope.
Okay. So now I have to get in touch with the, you know, the spirits and stuff.
yeah.
But I think I have your number actually.
Yeah.
Is it 24?
God damn.
How
How did you know? How did you know?
It is magic. Nahom, thanks for coming to the
Thank you
podcast
so
today.
much.
Thanks for sharing. I appreciate you, man.
Really appreciate it. Thank you so much.